Yes, I think I'm live now. We are trying to do something on chat. Okay. So this is just a profile review session. So if you have all joined now, you can ask me your profiles. Uh, I'll try to answer and resolve as many profiles as I can. But there are some small issues, and I'll try to fix it. Okay. There is some lag also. So, but you can ask me your profiles, and I'll try to review them. Okay, that is the plan. And guys who have just joined us and who are not following Cracku, please do follow Cracku Instagram. That will be good. Okay. Sharon K. Sai is saying OBC category, 10th marks 90.72, 12th is 84.33, BCom graduate, target 95%. I think everything is in your hands, Sharon, because uh, one second, let me come this. The reason for that is very simple. I feel that you have a good balanced profile. Your 10th and 12th marks are good. This is structured. You are also a non-engineer. That also is going to benefit you. You are also you're going to gain from the NC-OBC category. So I think you can definitely target 95%, but ideally try to target slightly more so that you will have some buffer. Maybe you can target something like say 97, 98%. Let us look at the others. I'm going to check my phone because my team is going to give me the profiles in the chat and I'll reply to them. If your profile is missed, don't worry. I'll try to cover as many as I can. Okay. And we also have the IIM call calculator, the IIM call predictor. You can definitely join that. We have put in a lot of effort to build this predictor tool. It will be very useful for you. You have to just enter your details, and once you enter your details, we will tell you the percentile that is needed to get shortlist from all the top institutes. Let me look at the others. There is Rajita who said 10th 9 CGPA, 12th 83 percentile, graduation 7.8 CGPA, non-engineer 2 years workings. Rajita, again, I think your profile is very good. You're a non-engineer. You are going to get credits for the gender diversity because you are a female. Your 10th and 12th marks are good. And if I remember correctly, you're also a non-engineer. Sorry, there is a lot of chat, so I'm missing out some of the details. But as you're a non-engineer with good academic profile, and you're going to get benefit of the gender diversity, I think you need to target something like, say, 98 percentile to get a lot of shortlists. The next one is by Karthik Gupta, 888, 23 months work ex by July 25, gender non-engineer male. I think I'll tell you the things that I like. I think Karthik, your profile is good. You have 888, all three of them. Many people have a dip in their CGPA. That didn't happen for you, so that is good. You are also working. You told me that, okay, by July 2025, you'll have 23 months work ex. I would just tell you to continue working. But again, 2 years work ex is pretty good. You're a non-engineer, so you're going to get some diversity for the academic diversity. Overall, I think a very nice balanced profile. But because you're general and male, even though you're a non-engineer, you need to target pretty high marks. Maybe something like 99.5 will get you most of the top shortlist because you're a non-engineer. But if you're looking for, say, baby amps or new amps, something like 98 plus also should get you a lot of shortlists. The next is by Samira, 085, 899, 1 year work ex, and 2.5 years gap. Samira, if I don't want to sugarcoat, the 2.5 years gap will stick out like a sore finger because 2.5 years gap is unfortunately pretty big. Having said that, I'm hoping that you're working now because both the scenarios look very different. If you work for 1 year and you have 2.5 years gap, that looks worse. On the other hand, if you have 2.5 years gap and then you are working for 1 year, that I think is pretty okay. That can be, nobody will question you too much in that particular scenario. If it is the second scenario where you had a gap earlier, but now you are working for, but now if you are working for the last 1 year, I would tell you to stick with the job. That is the most important thing. And then try to improve on your CAT score. The next is by acoustic fingers, 71.8, 82.8, 67.6, IT dual degree. MIM from UK, 8-month product manager working, SC category profile review with expected percentages for BLACKI industries. If I'm being honest, one thing is 79.8 in 10th is slightly marginally bad because if it was even 80.2, it would have looked much better. Okay, because now you will count as below 80 in 10th. That is unfortunate. Your 12th score is good. It is 82.8. That is good. Your CGPA again is slightly on the lesser side, 67.6. I would have again ideally preferred it to be above 70. Then I would say, okay, then I think you have a pretty decent profile. You have 8 months of product manager experience. I don't know if you're continuing to work now, but again, like I tell everybody, don't quit your job. And if you quit your job, try to find a different job, because 8 months is not a lot of work. Try to accumulate the work experience. Because you have the benefit of SC category also, I think you will require maybe around 95 percentile to get most of the shortlist. I would have said slightly lesser, but again, your profile in your 10th, like I mentioned, is slightly unfortunate. It is less than 80. And your CGPA in IT also is not very high. So because of that, I would say try to aim for say 95 or 96 percentile to be on the safer side. Next is by Calpo Sir, 10th 97 percentile, but second PUC 85 Sir. Okay, please give me the entire profile, then I can say something. How much you scored in your undergraduation, all of these things. AK Anil, we have close to 88 people who are watching us live. Guys, please do follow us on Instagram. You can just follow our channel. We are posting a lot of very useful things. We are posting a lot of nice motivational posts also. I do some of the posts, and I myself feel very nostalgic when somebody images of IIM Ahmedabad. Many of our students have joined IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, all of them. Their photos from the first day of these esteemed institutions, especially when I see photos of IIMA with the LKP lawns and with the library and all of that, even I feel nostalgic. So it is a very nice channel to follow. So please do follow us on Instagram. The next is by Hamna. Okay. 10th 83, 12th 90 percentile, graduation is 70 percentile, NC-OBC. I will tell you the things that I like about your profile. Your 10th and 12th marks are pretty good. Both of them are above 80. 12th is above 90 or 90, which is pretty good. You're a non-engineer. That will definitely help you. 70 percentile in graduation may be slightly on the lesser side, but I think it is okay. I don't know how much people score in B.Sc. Normally, I don't think it is a very high scoring subject. So again, I think your graduation score is okay. Your NC-OBC, so that also is going to benefit you. Having said that, from your name, I can't figure out whether you're a male or a female. If you're a female, you'll definitely gain even from the gender diversity marks. All of these things, if you're a male, I would say maybe you need to score something like 97 percentile to get a lot of shortlists because you're a non-engineer. If you're a female, maybe even slightly lesser, maybe 96 percentile will suffice. The next is by AK2351, when CAT 2026 pattern change. If you think about it, the CAT pattern did not really change a lot in the last 3-4 years. There have been minor changes, like for example, para insertion has been given. The number of LRDS sets has changed from 4 to 5 and 5 to 4. Those, in my opinion, are small changes. They're not very big changes. Those are changes which can be anticipated. Maybe those kind of things might happen again. The big changes that happened were in the difficulty level. CAT 2023 was a very difficult examination. CAT 2024 was a much easier examination in comparison. But what I would say is this: if you're just ignoring CAT 2023, if you're looking at CAT 2020, CAT 2021, CAT 2022, and CAT 2024, the difficulty level is more or less the same. Maybe it's slightly difficult, slightly easier. The variation is not a lot. But CAT 2023 was very unique. It was very, very difficult. So I would look at it this way. I would say that CAT 2023 was the odd one out. If you just remove it, every other CAT exam has similar difficulty level, slightly here, slightly there. So I would expect the difficulty level to remain similar. Yeah. We'll also be doing a lot of this profile evaluation in the coming days. So please do follow us on Instagram. The next is by Madwan, 998 B.Tech 3 years WorkX NC-OBC. I think your profile is fantastic, man. You have scored 9 and 9 in 10th and 12th. Your CGPA also is 8 and you have 3 years WorkX. In my opinion, this is a solid profile. There is very little that you can actually improve upon it. The only thing that people might actually say is, okay, maybe your CGPA also should have been greater than 9. But that is just like going for the moon. Your profile as it is, I think, is pretty good. You have good WorkX. Your 10th and 12th is good. Your CGPA also is pretty decent. You also gain from NC-OBC. So all of these things said, if you want to get shortlist from the top institutes, a profile, a percentile of around 98, I think should suffice. But just to be on the safer side to get all of them, maybe 98.5 should be okay. Nagaraj is saying, sir, I'm from engineering from NIT Trichy, 10th 80, 12th 86, B.Tech 75. Okay. I'm EWS category with points. Nagarjuna, what I will tell you is this: your college is a very nice college. NIT Trichy is very well known. I have many friends from NIT Trichy. Your 10th and 12th marks are pretty good, 80 and 86, very good score. Your B.Tech is slightly on the lesser side of 75. If that also was above 80, it would have been even better. You are from the EWS category, that will definitely help you. Your work experience is not a lot, it is only 8 months. What I would recommend you to do is continue to work, try to accumulate more work experience. That is the first thing. The second thing I would say is because of your good profile and because of the EWS category, I think you will get most of the shortlist. If you can score above maybe 98.5, maybe 99, I think that will suffice. Let us look at the next one. Okay. Kushala 888, general non-engineer, male, 26-month work ex, black, I am possible. See, I would always tell you that anything is possible. especially if your profile is decent, like your profile is, which is 888, you're a general non-engineer male, and you have good work experience of more than 2 years. So most of those things are pretty good. You're ticking all the boxes. Having said that, to get into BLACKI, especially the top three IIMs, ABC, your profile, your percentile has to be very good. You ideally, because you're general and male, even though you're a non-engineer, I would say that you should definitely target 99 percentile plus. If you can score higher, maybe 99.5, 99.6, that will be even better. Guys, please do follow us on Instagram. We plan to do these kind of things more regularly. So the more people who follow, the better it will be. Aditya Mulani, non-engineer, EWS 1085, 1291, college 75.7. I'll tell you the things that I like about your profile, Aditya. You're a non-engineer. That will definitely benefit you. You'll get the academic diversity points. You're going to gain from the EWS category. Your 10th and 12th are also pretty good. Both of them are above 80. Anybody's whose 10th and 12th, both of them are greater than 80, I would say has solid profile. Your graduation score of 75.7 might not be very high, but having said that, because you're a non-engineer, I don't know whether 75.7 is a good score or an average score in your domain. My understanding is that most of the non-engineers uh, tend to not score very well in their graduation. So I would say that your 75.7 also is pretty good. Having said that, all of these things considered, because you're a non-engineer and because you have the EWS category, you should get most of the shortlist if you score above 98 percentile. So all the best and put full effort for that. Guys, we have more than 100 people who are watching the stream live. Please do like it. Please do follow our channel. The next is by Divyanshu, non-engineer, 1073.83, 1274.8, graduation 54, has 6 years work experience and caste is general. Divyanshu, I'll tell you something that you already know. Okay, and unfortunately, it is not something that that will be pleasant. Your 10th and 12th are not great. Okay, your 10th is 73.83, your 12th is 74.8. In an ideal situation, at least one of them should be above 80. Okay, and what is more unfortunate is your graduation score, which is 54. You have a lot of work ex, so that will be beneficial for you, but you will have to score very well in CAT to overcome the shortcomings in your profile, especially with your low score in your graduation. I think that might be hurting you a little. So focus on doing well in CAT. That is the thing that is in your hands. Don't worry too much about your graduation score now because you can't change it. So there is nothing you can do about it. Don't feel demotivated. Try to do whatever you can, whatever is in your hands, which is doing well in CAT. The second thing I would tell you is apply for all the colleges. Don't. There are some people who would say that okay, I want to get into only A, B, C. Don't do that. If you get into ABC, that is very good, but don't restrict yourself to only the top institutes. Give all the exams, CAT, ZAT, SNAP, all of them. Try to do well in all of these exams and try to pick the college that amongst whatever you convert, which is, in your opinion, the best. Don't just wait for the best college out there because you already have 6 years work ex, so that is not something that you should do. Ashok is saying 868 engineer male non NC-OBC. 11-month work ex, now left the job and seeing my father's business, started content creating. See, I'll tell you two things. One thing is your 12 score is maybe on the lesser side. You got a 6 there, so that is not ideal. You have 11-month work ex, which I think is okay, but ideally it should have been more. The next thing I would tell you is leaving a stable job to work for your family's business might not look very good in the interview because in an interview, people will ask you a lot of questions about your family business, what you are really doing there, what is the career plan. First, you are working in some job, then you quit it to join your father's business, then you are going to quit it to do an MBA. They definitely will ask you why you're doing that. So you should be ready with the story as to how everything adds up. So that is something you should work on. Next is by Mandusha, 10th 84 percentile ICSE, 12th 96 percentile, okay, graduation 80 percentile, 16-month work ex, non-engineer. I would say your profile is very good, Mandusha. You have very good scores in 10th and 12th. Your 12th score of 96 is excellent. Even your graduation score of 80 percentile is very good. Now you have 16 months of work ex. That also is pretty good. You're a non-engineer. So many things are going well for you. You are a non-engineer with very good academics. Your 10th, 12th and graduation, all of them are good. You have work experience of 16 months. The only thing I would tell you is try to continue to work. Don't quit your job. Try to accumulate more work experience because that is one place where you can improve. From 16 months, it would be much better if it is say around 30 months. That is the only area where you can actually improve your profile. The second thing I would tell you is because you are a female, you're also gained from the gender diversity points. All of the things are working well for you. You will get most of the top shortlist if you score around 97 percentile plus. So focus on doing well in CAT. If you 94, 97, 98%, you should get most of the shortlist because your profile is excellent. Okay, the next is by Abhiram Kshirasagar. Nice name, man. Jim, 10th, 98.80, 12th, 82.77, graduation, 67%, 7.45. Okay, work experience, 12 months in an MNC. Abhiram, I'll tell you the things that are good for you. Your 10th score and 12th score are pretty good. One of them is above 90, which is ideal. 12th also is 82.77, which is very good. Your graduation is maybe slightly on the lesser side. If it is 7.45, I don't know whether it will count as 7 or as 6 because you are saying it is 67 percentile. So that is a small issue. But many people's graduation scores are not as good as their 10th and 12th. So that is not something that you should be very worried about. You have 16, you have 12 months work ex, so that also is good in an MNC. So that also looks good on your profile. I would only recommend you to continue to work so that your work ex points will increase. That is one place where you can improve your profile. Other than that, I would say because you are a general engineer male, even though your profile is good, I would say that you will have to get 99.8 to get shortlist from the top institutes. For shortlist from good institutes, very good institutes like SECMS, MTA, all of them. Maybe a score of about 99 should suffice. But in an ideal situation, if you are looking for a shortlist from ABC or the BLACKI institutes, you should get 99.8. Next is by Sachi, 85, 89, 9, female, OBC, engineer, passed out, 24, no work experience. I'll tell you the things that are good in your profile. You have very good academics. Your 10th, 12th, and graduation, all of them are pretty good. 85, 89 in 10th and 12th, both of them above 80 is very solid profile. In graduation also, you scored 9, so again, very good. You will also gain from the academic diversity because you're a non-engineer and from the gender diversity because you're a female. You will get some points for both of them. You will also gain from the NC-OBC category. But the one place where you are not doing very well is the work experience. Try to not accumulate a lot of gap years. That is not good for you. That is not good on your profile itself. They will ask you in the interview, and even if you prepare an answer, what I have noticed is there are so many people who feel very, very defensive about it. Many people with a gap year, they feel super defensive and they don't do well in the interviews. I see these stories very, very often. I meet these kind of people also very often where they prepare a story, but they don't have that confidence to actually pull it through. So I would say try to avoid gap year as much as you can. Other than that, I think your profile is pretty good with all the things that I actually said. If you score about 98, you should get most of the top shortlists. Guys, you can definitely check out the I am called predictor on Cracku. We put a lot of effort into designing that I am called predictor. We find a lot of RTIs. We put a lot of effort to get the actual data. So if you enter your profile details, how much you scored in your 10th, how much you scored in your 12th, how much you scored in your graduation, whether you're a male or a female, whether you're an engineer or a non-engineer, all of these details if you enter and you click submit, we go through the academic criteria for all the top 20 institutes and give you the personnel that is needed. So definitely do check out the Cracku I am called predictor. Anurag Verma is saying, big fan sir, for I am Ahmedabad, 96% is sufficient for a call with respect to my profile. Okay. 10th 85, 12th 75, undergraduate stream is arts, undergraduate marks is 70%. Okay, Anurag, I don't know which category you belong to, but in an ideal situation, I would say don't aim for 96 percentile because I know that you're a non-engineer, but 96 percentile might not be sufficient for you to get a call from IIM Ahmedabad, even if you're a non-engineer. So try to aim for say 98 percentile as a non-engineer. That should be a good score for you to expect a shortlist. But again, your 12th score is slightly on the lesser side. Your 12th is 75 percentile. So even though your 10th score is good of 85 and your 12th score is slightly on the lesser side, your undergraduation marks are good. So that is something good. You are a non-engineer, again, that is good. But 96 percentile probably might not be sufficient. So aim for higher. Aim for 98, 99 percentile to be on the safer side. This, I'm assuming you're a general category non-engineer. Otherwise, the percentile will be different. The next is by Snake 988 NC-OBC non-engineer, no work experience, email for BLACKI. Any suggestions? I'll tell you the same thing that I was telling a lot of people without work ex. If you don't have work ex, please do try to find a job. It is important that you find a job because that is one area where you can improve your profile even now. In most of the other situations, like your 10th score is already fixed, your 12th score is already fixed, your graduation score for most of the students is fixed. If you are still a student, then you can improve your graduation score towards the end. But again, that also is more or less fixed. But the one area where you can gain a lot is in your work experience. So try to find a job so that your work experience points will accumulate. Strip Award is saying 89.20 in 10th, 84.61 in 12th, 8.2 in B.Sc Agriculture 2024. EWS non-engineer. Okay. Sri Power, your academic profile is very good. You scored 80 plus in both 10th, 12th, and your graduation, which is non-engineering. So, assuming your graduation score is actually especially impressive because many times I see students who are non-engineers, their graduation score is only in the 70s. But I have rarely seen somebody who has scored above 80 who is in B.Sc Agriculture. So, I think your academic profile is fantastic. You are also going to gain because you're a non-engineer, so you'll get academic diversity points. You will also benefit from the EWS category. Having said that, again, I will just repeat the same thing that I was telling a lot of people. I don't see work ex in your profile, so try to find a job. Other than that, with this profile, if you score above 97 percentile, you should definitely expect some of the top IIM calls. Okay, let us look at the next one. Sumit Kumar is saying 95.8, 92, 9.08, non-engineering male work experience and going on as graduate last month. Uh, I don't know how much work ex you have. What I would tell you is, because your work ex is not there in the comment, what I would tell you is simple. Your academic profile is excellent. You are a non-engineer, like I mentioned earlier, somebody who scored 8 plus. You're a non-engineer who scored 9 plus in graduation. That I think is terrific. Your 10th and 12th are also above 95. So 999 for a non-engineer is excellent. Okay, you can't really improve upon it. What you can improve upon, like I mentioned to everybody, is find a job that will help you. Otherwise, with your academic profile, I would say if you score above 98 percentile, you should get nearly all the shortlists because you're a non-engineer with excellent academic profile. So I think that should be more or less sufficient. I'll answer the last couple of them and then we will end the session. Guys, please do follow our channel. Uh, One of them is Abhijit, 10th, ICSE 82, 12th, ISC 76, BBA 8.54, 2025 pass out, fresher general. I think you are a non-engineer, so that will benefit you. You also have done BBA, and I especially think people who have done a BBA will have better perspective about an MBA. So that is something that I've observed where somebody who has done a BBA already has good communication skills. So those are things that are definitely beneficial. Uh, your 10th and 12th marks are also good. 12th may be slightly lesser, but 10th is definitely good, and your BBA score also is good. Because you're a non-engineer with pretty decent academics, I would say if you score about 99%, you should expect most of the shortlist. Mora Marble, female, non-engineer, 10th 93.40, 12th 88, graduation 84. Although I have 2 years gap with no work ex. Mora Marble. See, you already know what I'm going to tell you. 2 years gap with no vertex is not going to look good, uh, both for your own mental health as well as during the interview. So try to do something about your gap. Like I mentioned earlier, somebody who has 2 years gap but who is working for 1 year is much better. Nobody will really question a lot about the 2 years gap. Okay, you can then talk about your latest work experience. On the other hand, if you're going to the interviews with just 2 years gap, it is not going to look good because the entire interview will be about the gap. And in my experience, I've talked to so many students who have this gap year, even though they're well prepared to defend it. In the interview, when somebody is cross questioning you or grilling you, many of them tend to fall apart. And they are always very defensive about the gap year in the interview. So don't let that happen to you. You still have time. Okay. Try to see if you can find a job. It need not pay you a lot, but ensure that you have sufficient time to prepare for CAT. But you should have a job. In my opinion, a job is very good for your mental health. When you're taking the examination, you don't want to again keep thinking that, okay, if it doesn't go well, what will I do? You don't want to be in a mindset when you're entering the interview room that, okay, if they're going to ask me about my gap year, what am I going to reply? If they're going to question me, if they're going to kill me, what am I going to reply? You don't want it to go into your head, okay? And those things will play on your head. I've seen this happen to so many people. That is the reason I'm actually stressing this so much that if you have 2 years gap, please do find a job. Okay. Try to go into the interviews is not good. Okay, guys, please do Google search Cracku. I am called Predictor. Uh, if you are having any queries with respect to your profile, I know that many of you have asked your profiles. I try to answer as many as I can. If I did not answer your particular profile, also it is okay because I answered different types of profiles. Some or the other profile will be similar to your own profile. So try to ensure that you are actually going through them. Other than that, if you have any doubts about any Cracku or anything like that, or any of our batches which are starting pretty soon, you can just send a mail to support support@cracku.in. support@cracku.in. We will get back to you. Thanks a lot, guys. If you have any doubts about your profile, you can message us on Instagram. Our DMs are open, and we will reply back to you.